Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction. Today we have one requested by Para in my executive producer queue on Patreon. This is Animal Land. Nanahira, I had no clue who this was. I assumed they were probably a VTuber or something. I looked up their name just so I had like some basic information about what was gonna go down. And apparently they're the singer of that Pokédance meme from last year, so I at least know what they're gonna sound like, and that was kind of a surprise of all things for me to recognize a voice from. I suppose it would be the most popular thing they've seemingly done, but I'm not really in that like VTuber vocalist scene. I don't know if they even are. Like, I'm not there in that scene, and I don't even really like touch on VTuber songs anymore because of copyright stuff, but this one is in my Patreon queue, so it bypasses all of those concerns, and I guess without further ado, I'm gonna hear what Animal Land is. So, let's go! Cat. All right. Very bubbly. It's giving slice of life comedy song. About what I expected. It's bouncy, it's bubbly, it's happy, it's fun. I like the note on the upbeat. Gives it kind of a carnival feel. I hear that chiptune in there. Her voice sounds awfully familiar, actually. I wonder if there's something else I've heard her do without even knowing. I do watch an absurd amount of anime, so it's possible that she's done, or at very least sounds like somebody who does a lot of anime music. Ooh. Oh, we got a change up. Was that the snare sample from Animals? Wait a minute. Featuring Martin Garrix? Hold up. That might have been a reference on purpose. Animals by Martin Garrix. Oh, that would be funny. And back to the cute bounciness. Key change. Let's go. It's so disgustingly cute. And I'm not against that. We kind of vibing. Okay, wait a minute. Her voice is now starting to sound very familiar. I think I've actually heard her voice on an anime before. Does she do voice acting too, maybe? This is weird. I can't put my finger on it. I might have to figure out what I recognize her from. There might be something else in there. So I just went down an insanely deep rabbit hole. Not much that I actually personally know Nanahira's like direct work from, but a lot of things that apparently Nanahira has had their fingers in as like a musical director or at least a consultant on stuff. A lot of stuff. Maybe that's why there's like a vibe here. Maybe they've just worked with people that I recognize the work of, and maybe that's why the combination is sounding familiar. My musictism does that sometimes. I'll be like, oh, the composer of this and the singer of that work together on this one thing, and I'm noticing aspects about them and their production that are specific to them, but also don't feel like it's exactly something I've heard before, and then I'm kind of confused at like what I've heard that might be from these other people. But it's also kind of weird that I'm finding so many things that apparently they've had their hands in, like I guess Gabriel Dropout and My Maid Is So Annoying, both shows I've seen. Apparently they helped out a little bit with the music, and they're not directly their own voice, but had some hands in there, at least from the stuff I was reading. It's possible that's slightly mistranslated, but that's what it told me, and that's not really a surprise given the like cutesy nature of those themes, so I wouldn't be surprised. But also, just for this song, there's unfortunately not too much to talk about, because as fun and cute as it is an adorable song, and I'm really confident that there is like a Martin Garrix Animals like legitimate sampling in there. I'm positive, honestly, that is that same sample as the drop from that song. But that aside, the music itself is just kind of doing everything that sort of genre would do. It's being cutesy, it's being bubbly, it's adorable, and that's what it's designed to be. It's the exact vibe you'd be looking for in a vocalist for a song like that. Somebody who has this really high-pitched cutesy voice that's able to pull off that sound, and it fits really well. But just as far as the overall production, unfortunately, there's not too much to talk about there because it is kind of generalized. There's nothing that's really like sparking my mind as a point of discussion, aside from just the sheer amount of stuff that Nanahira has apparently been a part of that I didn't even know now, that she's apparently been a part of my life for a while, like close to a decade, which is weird. At least assuming that all the stuff I was reading was correct. She's had her hands in stuff that I heard when I was like first getting into like watching anime on a regular basis, and that's wild that somebody has apparently just been floating around so consistently. It's the same reaction I had when I found out that Yu Yuppie, the producer, is also the producer of most of Baby Metal's works, and I knew Baby Metal before I knew who Yuppie was, so I was like, what the hell is that? Like, just the worlds collide feeling of experiencing somebody that apparently I've been around for a while and just never known. It almost has like a weird guardian angel effect in my mind where I'm just like, oh, you've been there this whole time and you never told me. Why didn't you show yourself earlier? Because again, the voice is really cute, the song is really cute, but this is only the first true song of theirs that I've heard, and obviously somebody else technically produced the instruments of it, so it's not like them doing all of the music here, but it's still very much a production from them, and this is just my first real example of that. So it's a nice first example, but also I don't really have much else to go off of, so it's hard to dig into specifics about how their production process goes and how they are as a performer, because while it was really adorable, it's also not the most notable song to have as the first experience. So not necessarily a problem on who requested it, by the way. Para did fine, giving me such a cutesy, welcoming song. It's my first song experience for Nanahira here, but at the same time, it's a very small sample size and hard to extrapolate more detail from that. So as adorable as it is, it makes sense that it sounds very anime because apparently she's had her hand in that field for like a decade now, and that's awesome. And maybe I'll hear more now that I'll recognize her name. Maybe I'll notice some more stuff as time goes on, which is kind of cool in its own right. But I think I've yapped about this one enough, so thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you, Para, for putting this into the executive queue, and if any of you want to request anything, drop it in the comments below, or if you want to have it guaranteed, much like Para did, go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships. There's a tier where you can force me to listen to whatever it is. It can be good, bad, it can be absolutely brilliant, it can be absolute dumpster fire. I don't care. I will listen to it. That's the point of a guaranteed request. But otherwise, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!